Hi, this is Sean Rupp with the BAB Multifamily team at Marcus & Millichap, giving you our Week 3 coronavirus update. This week we're going to try and focus on solutions and good news rather than last update, which focused on bad and good news. There's plenty of bad news circulating around and it's easy to find. So let's focus on the solutions this week that will provide landlords with some ideas and some relief, as well as some of the more uplifting news to help us get through the weekend. Camden Properties has set up a $5 million relief fund, providing up to $2,000 per tenant who has lost their job due to the coronavirus pandemic. While that's not an optimal solution for most landlords, we have some best practices and some options for you to consider. Always consult an attorney before implementing any tenant payment options to be certain it doesn't violate any local, state, or national laws, and is also compliant with the fair housing regulations in your current lease. Ask for proof from their employer they have been financially damaged as a result of the pandemic before providing any of these options. Get all agreements in writing with well-defined expectations for both landlord and tenant. Be certain your plan has considerations in the event this abatement may take longer than expected. Here are a set of examples we've compiled from various sources, including many of the landlords we've spoken with over the last few weeks. Option 1 is extending leases by the number of months not paid, or considering allowing 2 months of half rent in exchange for 1 month added to their leases. Consider aligning tenant payment schedules with their paychecks or their pay schedules to make it easier and more likely that their payments will go first towards rent before other costs. Add an addendum which increases the remaining lease payments by the amount of months missed. Allow dependable renters to apply their security deposits to this month's rent. Allow credit card payments. Even with a 3 or 4% charge, this may be a better alternative than no rent at all. Some landlords are even providing personal loans to tenants to cover the cost of rent. These are on case-by-case basis and only for tenants which they have good standing relationships with. Finally, incentivize on-time payers with gift cards or potential discounts in rent. Some good news for multifamily owners. In previous recessions, we have seen less expansion of cap rates in our product type than in other products. Furthermore, prior recessions have shown less vacancy expansion in multifamily than other product types as well. Starting today, the SBA is guaranteeing $349 billion worth of loans to small businesses of under 500 employees, with much, if not all, of those loans being forgivable if certain guidelines are followed. More details on these loans can be found at SBA.gov. Finally, crude oil futures are soaring, bringing much relief to some of the energy companies nationally. In medical good news, almost 200 confirmed recoveries from the virus have been posted to date. And some good news for the medical supply chain. While Arnold Schwarzenegger is hand-delivering masks to the front line, Robert Kraft has 1.2 million masks coming in from China as we speak, with Taiwan committing to another 2 million masks in the near future. Meanwhile, in Massachusetts, a hospital is receiving a machine which can clean up to 80,000 masks a day for reuse. An Indian engineering team has created a machine they claim can clear coronavirus in the air with ionized water. Meanwhile, in Pittsburgh, scientists have claimed to create a finger-sized vaccine carrier which can create antibodies in the body in as short as 2 weeks. Meanwhile, 14 vaccines are currently in the final stages of testing. Elon Musk announces free delivery of FDA-approved ventilators throughout the world, and Bill Gates is currently working on 7 different vaccines at the cost of several $billions. American farmers plan to plant so much corn this year that production is expected to topple a record-breaking 16 billion bushels of corn. Meanwhile, toilet paper makers are working around the clock trying to meet demand. Jeff Bezos plans to commit $100 million to food banks, and Uber plans to commit $10 million in free rides to those who need it most, like frontline workers, elderly, and those most affected by this virus. In other news, Bill Lapshys celebrated his 104th birthday He was a survivor of the Spanish flu, the Great Depression, and a World War II vet. He is believed to be the oldest survivor of the coronavirus thus far. The pandemic is making the earth shake less, and seismologists around the world are proving that people are paying attention to the order and staying home. Finally, an Indian restaurant owner cut his hair like Joe Exotic to raise money for his employees who are without work right now. Thank you for turning into our third week report. While there's plenty of bad news circulating around, we hope some of this has left you in a slightly more uplifted mood heading for the weekend and potentially giving you some ideas how to approach tenants who are unable to pay. This is Sean Rupp with the BAB Group at Marcus Millichap, and any one of our agents on our team are happy to answer any questions or concerns you may have in the following weeks. You can reach us anytime at www.babmultifamily.com. That's BABB multifamily.com. Thank you.